What up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the GINN podcast. This is your host, GWeezy11. I just want to take the time to just appreciate all the likes, all the shares, all the messages for the last podcast with Steph, because that one was huge for me, because it definitely took me out of the comfort zone for like one of the first conversations I ever had on the podcast about religion. And I think it's very good to have some of those conversations with people that are kind of profound in the stuff that they do. But this is a new episode. This is gonna be a good one because I got one of my buddies here. I got Johnny. What up, Johnny?
What's up?
How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm good, bro. I'm good.
Good.
How you feeling today? A little nervous?
I feel good. I'll get over it.
Yeah, me too,
I'll get
man.
over it.
I always say, like, I'm always getting nervous in these podcasts, but I do it all the time. So it's like you never. I don't know, man. It's just like an adrenaline feeling. Like it's a cool rush, but it's pretty cool, man. How was well, speaking of because I was on Twitter and Instagram too, and you were at the Mario fight.
Yeah.
How was that for you, bro? Because Mario obviously we went to high school with, and then two, just to see him in a spot where it's just like, damn, like this he's up here, man.
Nah,
like,
man, it was
he's
cool.
Up here.
That's actually my second time watching him fight. The best part about it is I got to see him actually win the world title in Los Angeles.
Oh shit! So you're okay, yeah.
Man, that was the best experience I've ever had, man. We were in LA, Staples Center. I had a floor seat to fight. I seen celebrities. I seen all types of people there, man. It was cool.
Who was the main card?
It was
I guess the main event.
Yeah. It was Earl Spence and Sean Porter.
Oh damn! So that was even a better fight. Yeah. Okay, I remember that.
Unfortunately, we didn't stay and watch that fight. Mario was in a dog fight. And okay, yeah. I exactly remember who he was fighting that day. Okay. So like I said, he was in a dog fight, man, and they went all 12, and both fighters had to go to the hospital at the end. So
oh shit, I didn't know that.
And I'm sitting with Mario's family during the fight, and we're trying to figure out like what's going on, because he's showing like concussion symptoms and things like that, and so we had to go to the hospital. Well, I didn't go, but his parents went, and now I was responsible for getting his sisters back to the hotel.
That is crazy. I know he was that's wild you say that, because he didn't even do a press conference after.
No.
They just said whoever won, either the opponent too, and that just makes sense. Man, this is crazy to say that this was a year ago.
Yeah, a year
literally.
ago.
I'm not too sure if you remember.
It was last September.
Damn,
it was cool, man.
Time fucking flies, bro. Time flies.
So like I said, I got to see him win the title, and then I got to see him defend the title.
Yeah,
his first chance.
So how was that, man? Because like I said, seeing him come from, like, we graduated with him. Obviously, you've been friends with him for a fucking while, and just to see him on top from what, like, I mean, obviously being on the south side of town, man. Like, how was that? It's wild, right?
No, it's great, man. Like, seeing one of your own being so successful, like, it's cool, man. He's real cool people. Like, we could be out anywhere, somebody asking for a picture, and he'll stop what he's doing to go get a picture.
Yeah,
it's cool, man.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. How was so the main event? Who were you rooting for at that main event?
Gervonta Davis.
Oh, okay.
I'm a big Floyd Mayweather fan.
Oh, okay, yeah.
There's a lot of people in Texas don't like Floyd Mayweather just because I think, the amount of Hispanic people that are here and the Hispanic people that Floyd Mayweather has beaten.
Yeah. Nah, a lot of people hate him. They're just booing for no reason whenever he came out, because he was there at the fight, obviously, because that's one of his fighters. And yeah, man, people were booing. I'm just like, man, this is one of the greatest fighters ever. Like,
it was cool.
Just being salty. I did not think that Santa Cruz was gonna. I thought it was gonna go all 12 rounds. Not 12 rounds. Okay, I'm lying. Maybe about 8, 10 at most. I saw Davis knocking him out, but just not like that.
No, not like that.
Like, I thought they were just gonna have to, like, stop it, because either he was gonna be fighting back, but to have him like that in front of his dad, just out for maybe about 30 minutes.
I thought he was dead. his leg was folded, touching his ear. Like, I thought he was dead.
Yeah, it was bad, man. It was really bad. The whole Alamo Dome erupted. I was just like, oh shit.
Yeah, it was crazy because, like, as soon as he caught that uppercut, hit the ground, the whole place, like, erupted, and, like, like a bunch of like smoke. Like I don't know if there was like fog machines or what the hell, but like
Oh, yeah, it happened so quick. Yeah, I know
yeah,
exactly what you're talking about. How was I mean, because obviously we're in the pandemic right now, so seating was limited. Everybody was kind of scattered around. So going from when Mario won his title fight to now, how was that? Like it's different, right? Just
yeah,
seeing
no,
it.
it was way different. Like I said, we were in the Staples Center, sold out,
Yeah,
and you know full capacity, and we were maybe 25% at the Alamo Dome.
yeah, it was different, bro. It's so weird, man. All the fucking precautions and shit like that. Fucking weird, man. And
and you know we knew there was gonna be you know like limited seating, but what they don't show you when you buy the tickets, you know, they show the stage to be real close, and so we're like, okay, we got a badass seat,
yeah,
and by the time we get there, there's like 40 yards in between our seat and the floor seat,
yeah.
so it was like way farther than we
No,
expected.
same here, man. And the the price was steep too, man. The price was
Crazy.
crazy. Same here, man. I thought like I didn't think they were gonna be floor seats at the time that when they first released because the first day they released the tickets, we had bought some and um shit. I remember Davis posted something on Instagram talking about there's floor seats, and I was just like, damn, like when to look at the price and they were fucking damn near $1,500 for the fucking floor seats, and I was just man, that's even wild. But I guess it just all comes together whenever you think about like the type of precautions people are doing, the amount of staff they have to take like into consideration for I don't know, just all the shit they have to do, like
Yeah, man,
just keep
it's
people safe.
wild. Wow, like in between the fights, you'll see I guess the people coming to sanitize the ring,
Oh yeah,
and you know they're in full like you can't even really see them. They're in full uniform,
full
headgear. Like
fucking Monster Inc. type
yeah,
shit. Yeah, where
yeah,
they're in the fucking uniforms. Yeah, bro, exactly like that. And but they're in the uniform, and then the like the ringside girls or the people are just
yeah. There's
yeah.
regular, you know.
It's weird. Yeah, bro. Weird times, man. Weird times. How is it, bro? How's it been for you, man? Like, what's I mean, obviously we went into the lockdown a couple months ago. How's that been for you?
It was weird at first, you know, because I know a couple people who are like big on conspiracy and stuff like that. They're like,
Oh,
oh, you know, they're like,
yeah,
you know, this is fake. You know, they're gonna military gonna come shut shit down, and it was just weird, man. But I don't think it personally affected me until maybe at the end of the summer. Like we had like that first wave come through. I didn't know anybody who had the virus besides like celebrities.
yeah, yeah.
Second wave came through. Man, I personally knew at least 10 people who had it. You know, unfortunately, I've known somebody who passed from it. You know.
Damn, yeah. It happened so quick too, and a lot of people don't realize. I think a lot of people are kind of skeptic on the whole. Just because you said like maybe it's a conspiracy, maybe it's not something what the media is saying it to be, and once it hits them or hits not even them, just the family members, and shit starts getting serious, then they start thinking like what people are thinking before they even get it. Does that make
Yeah, man.
sense? Like,
Yeah, no, I feel you, man. But it's weird. Like it takes a toll on people differently. Like I said, I know the lady I know who passed. She was 44 years old. She was real healthy, you know. And my grandmother caught it, but my grandmother's 68 years old, and it didn't bother her one bit.
that is wild. You would think just because like she's older, she would
Yeah, you
just have a
know,
little bit more problems.
and she has asthma. Like
Yeah,
you know, she's an older lady, and it didn't knock her down at all.
crazy. So yeah, oh shit, that is wild. Because I mean, everything you see is just people with like severe problems or asthma was a big one when they
Hmm.
first brought it out. That they were more likely to either, I mean, get the virus and then have like kind
Yeah.
of serious problems within the virus, and is that's crazy, man. That's a blessing.
No, I
That's a
know, man.
blessing, man.
When I
Especially
got the
since
news, man, it hurt me, you know, because my grandma, my everything, you know, she's the lady that took us in and raised us, you
yeah.
know. So me already thinking like, man, you know, she's an old lady, she got asthma. This ain't gonna be good.
And then the first thing like just because of what the media like says, the first thing you think is just like, oh, like just the
Yeah,
worst, right? Just the
yeah.
possible
I thought
worst.
the worst, man.
Yeah.
Like I didn't want to talk about it personally because you know I'd probably get emotional about the shit, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. So pandemic, obviously, I mean, you have two kids, right?
Yeah,
So during that pandemic, of course everything changed. We went to lockdown. I mean, schools and we didn't even know what the fuck was going on. Like I don't even go to school anymore, but I was just curious to see how these like how the fuck people were gonna go back into school? You know what I'm saying? Even like not even college people, not even people our age, just like of course kids
Yeah, no, just
and
school in general. It
teenagers.
was
Yeah,
weird because when the virus first hit at the beginning of the year, I think a lot of people just blew it off. And by the time it got serious was about March. It was crazy because the kids went on spring break on a Friday.
yeah.
They didn't go back to school until maybe a month ago. You know, so my
Shit.
kid's been out of school since March.
So okay,
They've had the best fucking spring break ever.
straight into summer, right? Into
Yeah.
summer vacation. So tell me how oh, okay, virtually, right? Did they do school virtually?
Yeah, they did virtually for I think probably about at least 6 weeks. I think.
Damn, how was that? You had to be a fucking teacher, right?
Yeah, it was cool, and it sucked at the same time. The first couple of days, I didn't stay home and do the virtual schooling because I work.
Yeah, yeah.
But that first Friday, I remember I took the day off so I can stay home and school them. I suck at it because they had to be online by like 7:45. The teacher comes on at 8. By 9:30, we're making a taco run. You know,
You're hungry as fuck, man.
and shit. And that was at 9:30. By 11 o'clock, I'm taking a nap.
Yeah.
I'm taking a nap. These kids they're on their iPads. School gives them an iPad, so they're doing their iPads. I'm in the living room sleep.
Bro, I can feel that, man. If I had kids, because man, that's what I'm saying. Like they expected this shit to go smoothly, but I mean, nobody was prepared. Like,
No,
especially for this. Like, you're being a teacher, basically. Like, I mean, but I guess that's I don't know, kind of the shit we have to adjust to now since everything is so different.
Yeah, and it's something you gotta prepare for because people work, people have a living. They can't stay home and school their kids.
Yeah.
We plan on sending them to school.
Yeah, that too, man. Because that was one of the biggest things. Like the government. Well, I saw a lot of people talking like, how are these people going to be like working, trying to make a living, but then also too they have to worry about their kids at home trying to be in school, and that sucks, man. Because I mean, these people. I mean, people are sending the kids off to, of course, go to work, make a living, and there's I don't know something else you got to worry about at home, and it's just like, man, you're not prepared for that shit at all.
You're really not. By the time that the schools are ready to let them go back, I wasn't ready to let them go back. I'm like, no, there's still a whole ass virus out
Oh
here.
yeah.
So, but then at the same time, like, fuck, we can't stay home every day and school them. We make the money, we pay the
Mhm.
bills. So then I was like, okay, fuck it. They're gonna go back to school. But I had to lay down little rules for them. Like, hey, I know y'all got friends. Don't be
Yeah.
don't be hugging on your friends. If the teacher tells y'all to stay away, then stay away. If they want you to wear your mask the whole day at school, fucking wear the mask.
Yeah. That bro, that's honestly that's what's up because I mean you would think that these teachers are kind of laying down the foundations, but you never know, man. Like you never know if they're actually really telling these rules and doing these type of precautions. And I think for sure as a parent, that's for sure like one of the top things. Like just lay down some rules, man. Lay down some rules, and then hopefully nothing happens. Because I mean, of course, you can never kind of. I mean, if it happens, it happens. You know what I'm saying? But you never want to fucking expect that. You never want to kind of go through that process. But the only thing you can do is just precautions yourself, and then have them kind of do the precautions on their own too. So it sucks, man. This whole shit has been wild.
And at the same time, it goes back to I guess the teacher because you're not in the class. They don't even allow you inside the front doors at the school.
Oh shit. So
at their school they have an intercom at the front door. So you press the little button, you talk to the the attendance clerk or
and
whoever.
that was for the pandemic.
Mm-hmm. It's still
shit.
right now.
No, so before they didn't have it.
No, before they didn't have it.
That is crazy.
So like,
So only students and teachers, no parents or anything like that. That's fucking
crazy.
interesting. Because I mean, like you can't even I mean go to lunch or anything like that. No lunch or not breakfast or
then the kids have birthdays. They want to take cupcakes to their friends or whatever, and they don't allow none of that.
Damn.
I get it. Bro. Be safe. You don't want no kid catching the virus.
Yeah.
Get it.
See, but then when the media kind of displayed everything, well, just everything in general at first, that was kind of the first things. Like there's just tons of kids everywhere, and then I think that's why they kind of shut down the whole shit. So schooling first is because it just would transfer so fast, and I mean, kids are gonna be kids. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they're not.
You know, and then kids are always sick. You know, no matter what the fuck you do, they're always sick.
Yeah,
Then you get you get all them kids in that small area. You know, if one kid had it and their partners, they got a group of 10. You know,
yeah,
fuck around and get all 10 kids sick.
yeah. It will transfer so fast, so easily. Man, people don't realize that. That is wild. So with okay, virtual schooling, so that was something that you had to learn, right?
Yeah, that was
It will.
that was pretty cool. I don't think teachers get enough credit for it. I did it for one fucking day.
You're fucking tapping
Yeah,
out.
I suck.
So with teachers getting, do you think they're actually putting in more work now, like with a pandemic, or?
Oh yeah, yeah. Like even like before they let the kids go back to school, the teacher had every student literally had a profile for every class. So you know the teacher had all these different profiles that they'd had to click on, make sure every kid did that assignment for the day, did their math for the day, did the reading for that
Yeah, yeah.
day, and every folder just broke down. You know, and that's a lot of work for the teacher. Then the teacher has to upload the stuff and then send the stuff back. Then you know you got parents calling and texting the teachers 24/7, and
Oh shit. Oh, well, how does that happen though? Like, because I mean, when we are in school, I mean, obviously the texting and kind of the internet wasn't as big as it is now, but how does that happen? Teachers are just allowed to like give their numbers out to
fucking
parents now?
apparently, I guess.
Because I mean, everything that's going on,
Yeah, it's
that would make sense though.
you know I know my kid's grandma has like the teacher's direct phone number, so she can call her and text
Yeah.
her at any time. You know.
Fuck, man. Wish we had that shit. Not
No,
really,
no,
but
no, fuck that.
not really.
I'd be in trouble.
All right, so I mean, these obviously your kids. When did you have your first kid? When did you have your first kid?
I was 18. My senior year. It was November.
Before we graduated.
Yes.
Oh shit.
So you know, school started in August, September. I had my first daughter in November.
Bro, she's 8.
She just turned 8 last week. A week ago from the day she turned 8.
Uh, Getting old, man. We're getting
Yeah,
fucking old. How is that, man? So being a senior in high school, obviously we have to. I mean, honestly we're still like trying to figure out what the fuck we're doing. You know what I'm saying? So how was that trying to recuperate and kind of take
It,
care of a kid?
and it was hard because I played football. You know, it ends probably around November, around the time that she was born.
Yeah.
But being with her mother and her mother being pregnant at the time, it made it hard. You know, we're going to school. I was working. Her mama was pregnant, and I had to make time for football. You know,
Yeah, there are a lot of responsibilities, man, that a lot of people don't think about.
it was hard.
Even
was
for
hard.
yeah, man, even for the your the baby mama, like just the shit that she went through. Like
Yeah.
like you think about people getting pregnant now, and the type of kind of mental health and the state of mind that they have to go through. Like,
Mm.
just imagine that shit in high school, and then having to worry about everything that you go through in high school. Like,
Yeah.
it's just clammed
Yeah,
all
and
together in fucking
doing
9
that
months.
and then trying to keep our relationship alive at the same
my
time.
God, bro.
That shit was. Well, my senior year was not fun.
Yeah, man, that is intense, bro. I couldn't. It doesn't suck, man, because I know it prepared you for a lot more things now. Like I'm sure you learned, like, hey,
Oh yeah, I'm good now.
yeah, like I could have done this like a lot more better, or even not even that, just preparing you for like another kid. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
something that's like obviously because you have two, so
Yeah,
the
and
next one was
yeah, and that's the thing. I think my she was born. She was born in March of 2014, and we had just graduated. You know, June of 13. So
this is your second one.
yeah, my
Oh,
second
okay.
one. You know, so she was born. I think my kid's mom got pregnant like probably like right out like after we got out of high school. Might have been like a fucking graduation.
Yeah, a little
some
present.
Shit. Yeah, some shit. You know. But no, man, it was a struggle for my entire senior year, man. I missed out on a lot of senior activities
Yeah.
because my attendance sucked. I almost didn't graduate because my attendance.
Same here, man. Well, not my senior. Yeah, honestly, I know for sure my junior year, I think my absence for like couple classes, or actually just one in particular, was like damn near like 30 absences for the full year. And I remember that year they had given us like a paper at the end of the year saying if you're gonna go to like your senior year, you
Hmm.
had to do summer school or credit recovery or whatever. And I got the letter and I was just like, fuck,
Yeah, I
this shit
had
is
those
crazy.
letters. Had those
Probably.
letters for 2 years.
So with obviously with two kids, what are some things that you think you could have like done different that you think now like fuck I could have done this, could have, I don't know, man. You would think
It
that these
no,
things come so easy and but they're not.
no,
They're
it's
not.
really not. But it's hard to like pinpoint just one thing specifically, because since day one I've always showed love to my kids. I love
Yeah,
them, like, and I know they love me back. Um, and I don't know, maybe I don't know, man. It's not one thing in specific. I don't know. We were just young and inexperienced,
oh yeah, 100%,
So
yeah.
so if while we're trying, we're failing at the same time, but we're learning from those failures.
Yeah, exactly. That's the only thing you can do, man. That's what I preach all the time. Like it's not even just with kids, like just in general, bro. Like people are bound to make mistakes.
No,
Like
and I say that all the time. Like I always tell people, like, because I'm the oldest out of all my siblings, and I tell my brothers and sisters, I said, man, if you're gonna fail at something, fail because you've actually failed. Like you tried and you failed.
yeah.
Don't fail because you didn't try or because you're intimidated or you're scared of some whatever.
Hmm.
Fail because you tried and you failed.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. You said that fucking damn near perfect because I think people are scared to do whatever they want to do. To fucking apply for a job, to I don't know, fucking go talk to a girl. Like just that fear of rejection is just in their head and it's just I don't know, just builds up and then just end up don't doing it. Just leaving the situation, whatever it is. And you can't, man. Like you can't, you have to because just like you said, man, you rather fail and know that you failed and you tried than not doing it and just thinking that, oh fuck, like
And
this could have.
I think that goes with everything. Like fucking, a job. Like if you applied for a job that you want, you don't get it but you applied. Oh fucking well. Like
Yeah.
you trying to talk to a girl, she shoots you down. Oh well, but you tried.
Yeah, exactly, man. People don't get it, man. Like as easy as that sounds, people don't fucking get that, and it's sad, man. But I mean, that's why we're here, man. That's why we're fucking here, just to try to educate these people, man. But any I don't know, man. Any other struggles you think you face? I mean, obviously we were young, so that was just kind of the biggest thing. Inexperience, of course, because there's no fucking manual book for this. But
No,
any other struggles you think you faced?
I think the biggest struggle I had with my oldest daughter trying to finish school. Um, Eventually, I think maybe like in January or February before we graduated, I quit my job. It was just like some bullshit.
Yeah,
So I quit my job, and for the next 6 months, I ain't have no money coming in. Fucking, we had to like borrow money from like her dad, my dad, her
yeah.
mom, or whoever. Dog, it sucked. Fucking like $20 a week, try to get us by, like type shit.
Yeah, man. No, bro. No, trust me, I get it. Like I know there's tough situations out there, but I mean, you got to do what you got to do. Like you're at a point where you have to I mean, you have to take care of somebody else. So, I mean, I wouldn't say like do the fucking craziest shit ever, but I mean, you're going to do something to
Yeah,
get
and
by. So, I know I definitely understand that because
I grew up in the hood. I
yeah.
did what I had to do to get money. And
Exactly,
I got
bro.
us by until I got a legit job.
Yeah.
Um, Actually, speaking on that, it was crazy, man. Like I said, I couldn't find a fucking job, and I wasn't down about it, but I was like, fuck this, I ain't gonna work, fuck this, right? I'll figure it out. I'll get it done. And I was hanging out with one of my good friends, Reyes Alvarado. He went to school with us.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Um,
Okay. Yeah.
and we were already hanging out, and he at the time, like, he's real quiet and real low key about everything that he did. But I've always seen, he had a nice truck. Your boy always had on some new boots,
He was styling low
Yeah,
key. Yeah, under the radar. Yeah.
It wasn't my business to ask him. So one day he's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh shit, I'm about to go to an interview. Like where?" And I'm like, "Shit, McDonald's. They hire anybody.
Yeah.
I need money." And we were texting. He called me. He's like, "No, fuck that. You're not gonna go work at McDonald's." I said, "Well, shit, what I'm gonna do?
Yeah.
I need to work." He's like, "No." He's like, "You got a driver license?" I'm like, "No, but I can get one." He's like, when you get your driver's license, call me. Okay. A week from that day, I got my driver's license. I'm like, what's up?
Yeah.
He's like, all right, send me an address. Show up tomorrow. But make sure you get some boots and some jeans. I'm like, okay. This, this man owns a whole shop.
Him.
Yeah, or his family
Oh
owns
yeah,
a whole
but
shop.
still,
You know,
yeah. Oh
and
shit.
it's a diesel mechanic shop. 18 wheelers, big trucks and big trailers.
Yeah.
A lot of money involved.
Yeah,
in it,
exactly.
You know? And I'm like, so this how you get all them new boots all the time.
Yeah.
Like, and he really put me on, you know, and from that day on, I've never been broke. I've always had money in my pocket.
That is wild, man. Shout out to fucking Reyes, bro, because that's what's up, man. Especially, yeah, man. Just to put that effort out there for someone not to go into. I mean, obviously, McDonald's is not a bad job, but just knowing that you can do something for somebody and they can get like a bigger return, fucking, that's amazing, bro. That's what's up, man.
He put me on, man. I've been in that business for 7 years already. You know, I've worked every day for 7 years since then, and it's been cool, man. Like shout out to Reyes and his family.
Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly. How was that during the pandemic? Because I mean, was it considered like an essential job?
Yeah, it was essential. Like we haven't missed a day of work. I think especially now, you know, those trucks and trailers are traveling. They're picking up, they're delivering things like that. And,
exactly.
And our job is to keep them on the road.
Yeah.
If a breakdown happens, get them on the road back, you know, as fast as we can.
Yeah, that makes sense, bro. I was trying to think of ways that of like it wouldn't be an essential job, but it is, because
I guess
like
it did and it didn't. You know, we at my shop where we're at, we specialize in taking care of fleets and bigger companies.
Oh, so like multiple vehicles and shit. Oh, okay, yeah.
So we had this one company there. They had a contract with the military for transporting, you know, families. You know, if a family had to be stationed, you know, fucking Chicago or wherever, you know, they'll load up all their shit in that truck and trailer and they'll go drop it off. Well, at the time, the funding for the military for the transferring, you know, the families and stuff, because of the pandemic, they didn't want people traveling and things like that. It slowed them down. So for a good while, we didn't have that customer because they were slow because of the pandemic.
Yeah.
So it kind of circled back to us and we got slow because of it.
Yeah, nah, same here, man. I get it, bro. Like I'm telling you, man, everybody was affected in one way or another, whether if it's people getting sick, people losing their jobs, your family members losing their jobs. I mean, school with kids, school you're in with yourself, like literally, like the fucking economy was like, everything was just fucked. Like it was intense, man. I think that's what we're trying to recoup now. And man, the only thing you can do is just fucking believe that it's gonna get better and kind of hope. There's a lot of hope that goes involved, but
we'll see. I'm not big on politics or nothing like that, but I don't think Donald Trump handled that situation good at all.
Yeah, man. A lot of people were saying that it was just because of the election. You know what I'm saying? Like
it could have been.
That was kind of one of the biggest things. That first thing I thought about when you said conspiracy is like these people. Like biggest thing, like maybe in like April or March, I saw was like the pandemic is gonna go away come November 3rd. Like literally within the next week. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
they were just
they
using,
snapped their fingers and
they were just using it as propaganda to kind of get votes, I guess. And but even at that, like you said, I personally don't think they handled the situation either as best as they could, and it sucks, man. Man, people died, bro. Like
a lot of people died.
People died, man. Like these people are never coming back, and you're telling me like you're doing this for votes or whatever.
You know, if that's the case, that's some foul shit, you know.
Yeah, it's wild, man. So with I mean, we just finished talking about school and everything like that. We were brought up on the south side of San Antonio. We both went to Southwest High School. And we just finished also talking about teachers being underpaid. Do you think even now, obviously they got shit ton of more work to do, but how do you think they're like when we were in high school? The shit that we used to do, like, do you think they were still underpaid then?
Oh, fuck yeah, they're underpaid. Because the teacher's job is to educate the students, you know.
Yeah.
But you know, that's their profession, so teachers are gonna take it up a notch. They want to build a relationship with them students.
Yeah.
They want to get them on the right path. They want to build the foundation because after high school is the real world, you know.
Exactly, man. Exactly, man. There was this. I felt bad for this one time. It was my junior or senior year, man, and I don't know if you had them, but it was for sure an elective class, and it was It was like a photography class, I guess.
No, I didn't do that.
But I don't know if you know the gentleman. Fuck, I'm trying to remember his name. Anyways, basically all you had to do though was just sign into the class and then didn't care.
Do whatever you
Yeah,
want.
you can do whatever you want. So this motherfucker actually caught me like in the cafeteria. Like I don't know if you remember where the cafeteria was and like I guess where the language classes were
Yeah.
at, like the Spanish and French classes. Well, his class was right at the beginning of that. And then you had the big ass hall or the big ass stair, not the stairway, but the big ass hall, I guess, that you can see over the cafeteria. Well, he was like yelling my name from the top of the thing. I'm just like, bro, like literally, okay, so he was telling the officers, like, hey, he's skipping my fucking class. Like, tell him to come into my class. Ended up getting like ISS for like 3 days. But just like, man, like you think about it now, just the type of shit that they had to go through for that particular situation. That's fuck, bro. Like,
And
I would not do that for a fucking student.
No, and that's on a daily basis. I bet.
Yeah, exactly. But that's not even like the bad things that, I mean, yeah, I don't think that's bad at all. But like some of these things that kids do, like we used to do, like even worse, that these teachers didn't even find out about. And like just, man, they don't 40, 50, maybe six, I don't know. I mean, 60 grand a year, pretty decent. But I mean, these people are fucking 30, 40, 50 years old and just, that's fuck, bro. That's not, I don't know. Sometimes you can't even make a living off of that depending on where you fucking live.
Nah, I don't think so. I don't know, man. I know for a fact they're underpaid just because the fact that some of the bullshit that the kids put them through.
Yeah.
You know, me myself, I didn't have to put some of the teachers in the position I put them in. Man, this one time, we were in I think geometry, and our teacher, I'm not gonna say her name. I don't want to put her out there like that, but she wasn't married. She didn't have no kids, no boyfriend, no nothing. She was just her, right?
Yeah.
She had about 5 dogs. I guess she was a dog lover. She had no kids. To her dogs were her kids.
Yeah.
Man, we had a badass class that year, right? Just I was in the class with all the dummies, and the kids were just like fucking with her about the dogs, and somebody mentioned the fact that she didn't have kids. I'm like, bro, like, why are you gonna tell the teacher like that, And so the teacher started, she cut the assignment and just like started yelling at everybody, and somebody behind me said, hey, well, I think it's because you love your dogs more than you love your students, or some shit like that, right? And the teacher was like, what'd you say? I'm like, she didn't hear him.
Yeah.
Hey, miss, he said this. So I repeated what he said. The teacher looked me dead in my eyes, started crying, and ran out the classroom.
Did she think it was you?
Yeah, she thought I said it.
Oh, yeah.
But,
oh, shit.
Well, I mean, I repeated because she didn't hear what he said. But, dude, I felt fucking bad. Like, she's out there crying. The whole class just got quiet. I'm like, and everybody's looking at me like if I started this shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, So
geometry. I'm trying to figure out geometry teachers
that
have 5 dogs. I don't remember any, but
so it took a lot out of me, man. And I felt bad, dude. So she's out there crying, and in front of the whole fucking class, man. I go outside and I give her a hug, and I apologize for try to be the bigger person, man, because I felt like shit, and her being a teacher, I didn't have to put her through that shit,
Yeah, exactly.
So personally, my experience, I say they're fucking underpaid.
But 100%, I believe that. And like, there was kids that cussed at teachers. There was kids that said like just terrible shit, bro. Just like talked about their fucking like their parents, their fucking 2 teachers. Not even like behind them, or even at that behind their back too, and they still found out some way somehow.
Yeah.
And teachers, man, they don't have to put up with that shit, bro. Like, but even at that, like there was like, so I graduated college, right? But even like the professors, like sometimes they wouldn't even show up to class because I mean they're still getting paid. But I don't know why I said that, but I'm trying to figure out where I was going with this. Oh, okay. So when students were like basically class clowns in college, and I'm just like, bro, like, damn, you trying to like.
I didn't know they had those in college,
bro. It was terrible. Like, I mean, there's college classes that are like 300 to 400 students in like auditoriums, but then there's like our main classes that have like 20, 30 students at most, where it's kind of like maybe a little bit more one-on-one. But you still always, man, there's always that one person. I'm just like, bro, grow up, man. Like you're fucking 20, 21 years old, and you're having these people that are actually literally went to school 6, 8 years to teach you this material, and you're still acting a fool. Like that don't make
No,
sense to
it
me.
throws it off everybody because college ain't free.
Yeah.
You know, whether I mean, if you got a scholarship, then cool. But you know, people had to get loans and financial aid and things like that. They're investing in themselves to learn. They don't want to fucking deal with
Exactly.
some ass in the back of the classroom. You know,
Exactly, bro. Time, especially in college, like you said, time is money, man. Like you're literally paying for these fucking classes. Your parents, yourself, financial aid, and it's terrible, bro. With I mean, like I said, we went to Southwest High School, but do you think I don't think that this school prepared me for fucking real world situations. And I'll tell you the biggest thing. Biggest thing for me is because, like I just said, I went to college, but I didn't truly know how to study and like read material and like summarize shit until like my end of my sophomore year. And that was already like at the end of my fucking basics. So I was already going into like what I was legit majoring in.
yeah.
So I'm like, I literally had to learn. Like I remember looking up like YouTube videos, like how to study, how to use flashcards, like shit like that. But that's not even what fucking the biggest thing. Like, man, these I don't know, man. I think just being on the South Side and fucking growing up a South Side can kind of fuck you up sometimes. Like especially growing up, you never know what the fuck is. You never know what's next. Man.
I hear you. I think then the school we went to, Southwest, that's like the fucking forgotten part of San Antonio.
Yeah,
you know?
man. It's on the other side of town. Yeah,
Way on 1604 and Pearsall Road out in the country.
Yeah.
You know, don't nobody know where that's at. You know,
exactly.
But no, I think just every school in general it doesn't actually prepare you for the real world. You know, they miss a lot of things. I think they got to teach you finances.
Yeah.
They got to teach you shit about credit, teach you how to write a fucking check, how to manage your bank, how to manage your money, and manage your time. Because, you know, yeah, you need your basics, your reading, writing. You got to learn how to do math. You got to know history. But I think if they took away some other little bullshit electives, and they use that time to educate about, you know, the finances and how to manage your time and money, I think people go longer ways.
Yeah, same here, man. Especially the finance part, like just knowing how to manage money. I think that's the biggest thing. Like obviously, when you grow up, you're budgeting and trying to fucking live a life, have expenses, and that's one of like. I mean, of course, we had economics, and I physically can't remember like us doing like any type of financial shit. Like maybe a little bit, like maybe knowing like the basics, like what is a check, what is like a bank, what is like just small shit that I guess that they had to teach, but nothing kind of profound. But then again, I was thinking about honestly, like, would you have paid attention? Because I know for sure I wouldn't.
No, not me, man. I wouldn't have paid attention.
That's the thing too. Like I wouldn't have.
But for the kids who do want to pay attention, you know, I wasn't one of them.
And it's just to say like, oh, like to think back if they did kind of teach it, like, oh fuck, like that's my bad. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't have anybody else to blame than yourself. But I still didn't think I would have fucking paid attention. Like I barely even paid attention in the economic class, and we weren't even doing anything. Like I used to copy the fucking sheets, and it was just reading out of textbooks and type shit. And that was just a fucking terrible person that I was. But even at that, man, like, you said, so finances,
you know,
what were you saying?
Like credit.
Oh yeah, credit.
You know,
yeah,
the credit's big. I think, you know, at our age, I'm 26 years old. Credit's fucking big.
Yeah,
you know,
that's what I said on one of my previous podcasts, bro. Especially since we're like I mean, obviously we're on the south side of town, so we don't grow up in the fucking richest side where we have fucking boatloads of money. So that's credit is one of the things where we use to our advantages, and building that's for sure. Learning how to build that is definitely not a fucking topic in high school, and I think it should.
No, it has to be.
But even at I was thinking about this too the other day. Even at just when like on the north side of like San Antonio or just like other school districts, I still think that should be in their like curriculum, because I mean those students can use it too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like those students can build businesses. Those students can, I don't know, take some money from somewhere and kind of, I guess, do good with it with credit. Like whatever the situation is, I think everybody should know about it for sure.
Yeah. like I said, it has to be taught in every school. I mean, at least before you get to college, because
Yeah.
by the time you graduate high school, some people are 17, but most people are 18, 19 years old, 18, 19 years old, you can legally start putting things under in your name
Yeah.
for credit.
Yeah. And but so what was, speaking of credit, what was the first thing like you, if you remember, was like you put under your name? Like was it like a car, or was it a house, or like a credit
Um,
card?
I bought a truck when I was 19. I had no fucking credit. They wanted like $5,000 down for
Yeah,
this
bro, they
truck.
got my ass too.
Yeah, they got me.
They got my ass. So I bought it was a 2011 Ford Fusion. I'm pretty sure I put like 1,500 down, and the fucking interest rate was 26%.
I think mine was about 25%.
Yeah, 26%. And um, I don't remember if I didn't have no credit, or if no, I for sure didn't have credit like at all. It was, I guess it was considered a zero. I'm not too sure, but yeah, man, they got my ass. Luckily, I ended up, not luckily, but I ended up wrecking the vehicle, so a Gap took care of most of
Gap
it.
took care.
And that was the first lesson I learned, because I actually wanted to figure out what was, like, what the fuck is the interest rate? Like they kept saying, whenever I kept paying, I kept saying, like, I kept seeing on the statement, whatever, that this interest rate was there, and I was just like, what the fuck is that? Went to Google, found out, just kept digging and digging, and then from there, fucking credit was one of the biggest things that I was looking for. But yeah, man, that's definitely something something people should, not people, but teachers or school districts should teach. Fuck. What is do you think you would have been better off in like a private school or like a public school?
No, I think public school is the way to go. I think private school kind of it hides you from like a lot of the real shit.
Yeah,
You're
man.
babied, and they walk you through the shit. I
That's
don't
true.
know.
That's true.
Personally, I don't know. I've never been there, but
But
I don't think going to private school, you have the same scenarios and the situation that you run into every day at a public school.
yeah.
you
Yeah,
know?
man. Like even the most basic shit. But even at that, like the like just the confrontations and like the, I don't know, like you're gonna see that in the like out
Mhm.
in the world, like you're like fighting, I mean, confrontations with other people not liking you, like the hate, like just, I mean, not to say that that's not in a private school, but that's a lot more fucking, you get a lot more of that in a public school, I would think.
No, yeah, and that's exactly what I mean. The private schools shield you from
Yeah.
that shit. You're gonna graduate from a private school, and then fucking your first day after you graduated, you can run into something at the malls. Some shit happens, and you're freaking out. You know what the fuck to do.
You fucking shut down or something. Yeah.
Yeah, not me. I grew up in, like I said, we grew up in the south side of town.
Yeah.
I went to public school. It's kind of weird. I asked people, say, hey, everybody kind of had their own reputation.
Yeah.
That I want to know. I'm curious about what people thought of me. They're like, "Oh, you're a fighter. You like to fight." I said, "No, I don't. It's not that I like to fight. It's just I'm so used to conflict and confrontation that when it approaches me, I don't back down from it."
So we can cut this out if you don't feel like talking about it, but I
I know where you're getting at. I know where you're getting at.
Only because I physically remember being there, and it was it was wild, bro. By far one of the craziest shit I ever seen. So I don't know if you remember. I'm pretty sure you do. But whenever you fucking fought in Big Country,
Yeah, I fought.
that shit was hilarious, bro.
Hey, that shit was cool. And you know what? To be honest with you,
And not hilarious, but it was just like,
no, I think about it now and I laugh. But
wait, hold on, before you say it, what grade were we in? Because I totally forgot.
man, it was
Sophomore, junior.
It was 11th grade. It was
Okay.
our junior year.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember, dude. Fucking how it happened, how it started. I don't fucking know.
Y'all just ended up there.
No, well, some shit happened at school, like on Facebook, dude messaged me just talking shit on Facebook. I think he was just like trolling. But like I said, I don't care. Like I welcome conflict. Like
Yeah,
if you want,
yeah.
like okay, so like what's up with it, right? And I kind of blew it off. I went to football practice. I'm literally in the locker room about to leave football practice. He's calling my phone. Like, how the fuck he got my phone number? I don't know.
Oh shit.
But he's calling my phone. He's like, bitch, you gonna pull up this, and that. I'm like,
Yeah.
well, shit, yeah, I'll be there, right? And it's just me and another one of my homies. He was my ride from practice. I'm like, hey, I don't really know this dude like that. So I got on the phone. I called my brother. I said, hey, you at the house? He's like, yeah. I said, be ready. I'm gonna pick you up. I said, I'm gonna pick up Dre on the way. I'm gonna pick up Aaron Mack. I said, just be
Yeah,
ready.
they were there too. Yeah.
I said, just be ready. So we all hopped in Roy's truck, just me, Dre, Aaron Mack, Roy, and my brother. You know, it was only like 5 or 6 of us. We pull up to the big country basketball courts. Bro, it must have been at least 50, 60 motherfuckers on this court.
No, there was a ton of people.
Or like I said, I'm probably cutting it short by saying 50 or 60.
A ton of people, bro. I don't know how it got out, but it was out.
It was crazy. And I had just found out about it 30 minutes before. Like, I didn't know, like, we were really supposed to fight. But like I said, I like this shit. So I pulled up, right? We get there, and I'm like, okay, who's the dude? Like, okay, I saw his profile picture. That's him. Like, because I didn't know him.
Yeah.
I did not fucking know him. And, like, literally no words are said. Like, we get there, I don't even tie my shoe. I just, like, grab the top knot and just fucking pull them. Like, you know, and we just get to it, man. We fight.
You're ready, yeah.
We go at it for 5 or 6 minutes straight. You know, and then after that, things got out of hand, you know. It was like us 6 versus like 40 of them.
It was a ton of people, bro. That's why I was like, damn, that was intense, man, because this shit went so quick, went left so quick. And it was just like, fuck that. Like, man, that sucks. I feel bad, bro.
No, it was cool, man. Between all that, I think somebody hit me like from the side. They hit me in my ear. That was probably like the only time I really felt like I got hit. You know, I fought.
Yeah.
I fought, but you know, he obviously didn't do nothing to me. I don't know. Somebody hit me from the side, and I know when I got hit, my brother hit him. So like, I don't need to worry about him.
Yeah.
It was cool, man. It's funny that we think about it.
I remember that, bro. Just because it was like, I don't know, bro. It was like a fucking. I'm sure it was a school night. It was like a fucking.
It was like a fucking Thursday.
Yeah,
it was cool. Somebody had like some fucking. You know, this is 2011, so technology, you know, it has, you know, advanced some, but then somebody had like this fucking high def ass camera.
Oh.
Fucking had like, he recorded it like fucking front row. By the time he uploads it, and by the time we go to school in the morning, he has like 10,000 YouTube hits.
Oh shit!
So I get to school and like I just feel the tension. Like we fought like 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah, it was dark, bro. It was dark.
And I get to school and I just like feel the tension. You know, all these random ass people dapping me up and shit. Like I don't know them, but it's cool, right?
I remember. Bro.
As soon as I get to my fucking my seat in the morning, you know, everybody kind of there wasn't no assigned seat, but you know where you sat, you know.
Yeah.
As soon as I get there, all the administrators are waiting for me. I'm like, what the fuck? So they
didn't even have it on campus.
Exactly. So I'm like, okay, like what's the big deal? They're like, oh no, well, I guess there's been like a lot of threats and all that stuff. I'm like, we literally just got to school the morning after. Like, they're like, no, it's like to prevent further things from happening. So I ended up getting suspended for fucking 3 days for fighting off campus, like after school. They said it was for the safety of the other students.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I got suspended.
What about the other guy?
Yeah, he got suspended too. He actually messaged me. He's like, bro, I got suspended. Did you? I was like, yeah.
Oh. Wait, so y'all cool now? Or
yeah, man, it's cool. That, like I said, that happened in 2011.
Yeah.
And I think he did like some bullshit like when we graduated. So he ended up getting like locked up. In 2015, maybe, I seen him. We were out and he was drunk as hell, man. He was drunk and he's like, hey, fam, like, I'm like, oh shit, like, what's up?
Yeah, just on some cool vibes.
Yeah. But he was drunk. I could see it. He was slurring. And he's like, hey, bro, just want to let you know, like, that shit that happened between us. Like, it's all good, man. We're cool. I'm like, yeah, I'm cool, man. Like, I don't hold no grudges.
Yeah.
And ever since then, man, we've been cool. You know?
That's what's up, bro.
So it's cool. He's kind of on his own little wild shit sometimes, but he's cool, man. He's cool people.
Yeah, man. I follow him sometimes, and it's just like, fuck, man.
Yeah, we cool. I mean, it's kind of funny, man. We, like I said, you know, we had that drama back in the day, and recently, man, probably about a year and a half ago, we kind of linked up. We hustled together. We both had some money in our pockets, you know.
Yeah.
So it's cool.
That's
man.
what's up, man. If you know what we were talking about, then shout out to you. But we ain't giving no names on this podcast.
Nah.
Speaking of like, okay, you just said like shit changed like a couple years later. When people say, when people feel some type of way when people change, how do you feel about that, man? Because I feel like people are supposed to change. You know what I'm saying? Like
you're supposed to change. Like
I feel like if you still held that grudge against old dude, like
that was like just, what, like 9 years ago?
Yeah, exactly. I'm just trying to feel like how are people not supposed to change?
I don't know. I don't know. It just everybody's mentality is different. mine every day. You know, I'm trying to mature. I'm trying to get better every day
Yeah,
as a
yeah.
person. You know, as a father, as a brother, as a son.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm trying to get better in everything that I do. Um, so I mean, if I can make peace with somebody, then we can. But I think at this age, if he still held a grudge, then it's one sided because I can care less.
Yeah, exactly.
If he held a grudge because of something that happened 9 years ago, then that's on him.
Yeah,
It's
you
one
can't change it.
sided.
Yeah, you can't change
But
it.
I know I'm good on my end.
Yeah. But I think too, when like people say like you don't change, it's like, bro, how are you not supposed to change? Like you're supposed to be leveling up every single time you do a mistake or something you go through an experience. Like you learn shit every single day. So for people to say like, oh, you don't change when certain shit happens or don't change when I don't know, whatever the situation is, like, bro, you're supposed to. Like if you're not changing, if you're not trying to level up and do certain shit to a higher extent, there's no like you're not doing it right. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
and I think that just goes back to people being I think it works a lot with like the older people. They're stuck in their ways.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, and it, like I said, I'm not big on politics or nothing like that, but you do see like a lot of these Trump supporters that are racist, and I'm not saying every Trump supporter is racist, but the ones that you see, they're older. Those are the people who lived through like those civil rights movements and things
Exactly.
like
Yeah.
that. So I think pretty sure they're still stuck in their ways. Fucking 50, 60 years later.
Yeah.
Um, and they teach that to their children. And that's never gonna go away unless they stop teaching it.
Yeah, exactly. No, I believe 100% racism is taught. There's no way, there's no if, ands, or
Yeah.
but 100% just because you're, I mean, we've seen, like we've growing up, like, I mean, obviously the Southwest is like purely dominant, Hispanic. Obviously, there's other like
Mhm.
races, like black, maybe some Asians here and there, but mostly it's all Hispanic. And just to have, like, I mean, obviously you have friends that are black and
Mhm.
like, man, like I couldn't see it, bro. I could not see it. Like I couldn't have that type of hate towards a certain ethnicity for I don't know my beliefs. Like I feel like everybody should be treated equally. If you're treating someone with that type of racism, man, something's wrong with you.
Yeah, it's
Something's wrong
just
with you.
it's tough, man, because I got two kids, man. They're 6 and 8, and I promise you, these girls don't hate nobody.
That's
They
good,
don't
man.
hate another kid because where he grew up, or
Yeah,
hate a kid because a kid is black or white or yellow or whatever, or because a kid goes to a different church than we do.
yeah, man.
That stuff is taught, and it's crazy because actually I was listening to another podcast. He's a young dude. I can't remember his name, but he's in the NBA. I think he plays for the Warriors. He said him and his brother went to like some supermarket, and they're athletes. They're 6'5", 6'6", 6'7".
Yeah, yeah,
They walk into the store, and he said the kid must have been 5, 6, 7 years old. And he looked at his dad. These people are white, and these athletes are black. And the little boy looked at his dad. Hey dad, are those those niggas that you told me about?
Oh shit.
This it's a little kid.
Bro. Yeah, you
And
for sure not supposed to be teaching that shit.
yeah, like what kind of shit is that? And then I remember he said, they clearly heard it. So they looked over at the dad, and the dad was like in like disbelief, like the dad didn't know what to do or what
Yeah,
to say because
yeah.
I don't know, man. That stuff is taught.
It definitely taught, man. And like I said, just to see it now, um, like just to see it now, bro, like 50, 60 years ago, like I was actually watching fuck, what's his name? Martin Lawrence comedy stand up. And it was on Netflix. And I was just like, man, let me see what this guy's about. Let me see. Cause this was kind of, I guess, when he's first starting off, maybe, I don't know. But uh his first sentence in the stand-up comedy was about racism.
Mhm.
Literally his first sentence. It was talking about how people within the community, I guess, I don't know what area he was talking about, but were going through like the police brutality and other shit like that. And I'm just like, bro, this was in 93, man. We're in fucking 2020.
Yeah.
That is crazy. It's wild. But even at that, like shit was happening in the 50s, 60s. And it's like I said, it's still happening today. It's wild, bro. It's wild, man.
Like I'm big on like rap music, like old school rap music.
Yeah,
I'm talking
yeah.
about like like Ice Cube, Eazy-E, Dr. Dre, Tupac, you know, those guys that grew up in the early 90s.
Yeah.
And those guys, the things that they rapped about and the things that they were putting in their music has not changed, you know, since then.
Nah.
Everything that they rapped about is still going on to this day. Everything Tupac put in a song is still going on into this day. You know?
We just fucking we just have a camera, bro. Technology just advanced, so now we get to see behind the curtain on everything that's been happening for years, man. And it's sad, bro. Like it's man, I've talked about it previous times on podcasts, like George Floyd. Like we saw that shit literally within hours of it happening, and with the fucking next day, like it was a phenomenon that was supposed to happen because that's it's not supposed to happen.
It's not, man, and it sucks, man. You know, if it hurt me watching this man, you know, being
100%.
suffocated, and I don't know him, you know, but imagine his kids, his brothers, his sisters, his parents, you know, them watching that shit.
Yeah, man.
And
feel bad, man.
And I've always said, since then I'm like, bro, if I've ever like seen that in person, like hopefully I don't, and I don't get put in that situation, but the bystanders, the people have to do something like, hey, you know, if I can pull this cop off, I mean, I know I would, if it saved that man's life, then you know, I'd do that shit.
Yeah,
I'd do that shit real quick.
Exactly, bro. Shit got to change, man. Shit has to change. Without the fucking throughout the world, man. Not just in the United States, because there's racism everywhere in this fucking world. But man, we're reaching that time, bro.
Yeah,
it's already been a fucking hour.
Has it?
Yeah, man.
Shit.
Is there anything else you want to fucking talk about? Anything you want to plug? Anything you want to say before you get up out of here, man? Before we get up out of here?
Nah, man. I appreciate you having me.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I've been following your podcast for, you know, since you put it out there, and it's cool, man. You got to have me on here.
Oh yeah, man.
I appreciate it.
Whenever, like you said, you've been friends with I think you said off camera, you've been friends with Steph, and whenever you sent that tweet, I was like, man, you know what? We've known each other for a while. We never had a friendship like that, but it's always cool just to catch up, just to have that conversation with somebody else, because you figure out we have similar shit going on. You know what I'm saying? We have similar interests, so it's always dope, bro. I'm always up for a good conversation. And once again, I appreciate you coming here, man. I appreciate you taking the time on this fucking beautiful, somewhat beautiful Saturday, just to trying to get this conversation in, bro. But fuck, man. Again, I appreciate you, Johnny, man. It was good having you, bro.
I appreciate it, man.
Yes, Thank sir. You. Yes, sir. Well, fuck, guys. That's going to conclude this podcast, man. This is the GINN Podcast. Shout out to Johnny one more time for coming out on the fucking podcast. This is your host, GWeezy11. Till next time, people. Peace.